Alright, it's been a minute since I talked to you over here. So, I grew some hops. So these are Cascade hops. I think they're Cascade. So they're used in like IPA beers and stuff. And they're supposed to be a pretty versatile hop. So it's my first time growing them, but they look like they turned out pretty good. You see it? And it kind of sounds like paper. There's the sound you want, like to sound like paper kind of, and then there's like a yellow inside you want to see. And then the smell, it literally smells like an IPA. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to get all these off here. And at a later date, I'll have to dry them and do stuff like that. And then at a later date, I'm going to give them a go and see if we can't make an IPA, an MBF IPA. And if they pull off easy, that's like a tell. You can smell it just right in the hand without even opening them up. You smell that? Okay. So this was just the first year with them. So like the second year, there'll be more hops. Man, you can really smell that, like the oils and stuff. And then the third year is like even more. So that's supposed to be by time it's like giving you the full yield of hops. But we got some growing on here, so that's a good sign. It's a fun project. I'm into like different style of beers, like, so I find this super cool. So anybody knows what I'm talking about with an IPA, it has a super distinct smell. And it's super cool because when you smell the beer, that's what I'm totally smelling with these hops. So it's really cool. So there's like, I don't know if there's like 80 different varieties of hops, something like that, but it's a large number. And you use like all these, there's a lot of different styles of beer, and it all depends on like the hop mixtures, or like certain hops, like these ones mixed with other ones, and that's how you can get like all these different styles. Obviously malt and stuff like that goes into play too, but it's super cool. IPA is supposed to be one of the easier styles to make. Now obviously there's a lot of companies that make IPAs and not all of them are good, so there's still more to it than that, but that's why I wanted to try this style out, because it's supposed to be an easier one to put together. So I got 3 of these plants. This is the back one. This one here is, well, maybe the second. This one here's probably the second in height, but definitely less than the first one. And then the middle one I was just working at is the one with the most. I haven't got to the top over there yet, but I will. I'm just kind of getting at this level first. But where that middle one, like the hops are pretty big, I want to check this one to make sure these ones are ready. These are actually smaller, but it does have that sound. And I think it does smell good. Yeah, it still smells good. Like if you let it go too long, I think they can sometimes even get like an oniony smell. So if you smell that, that wouldn't be good. That'd be in your beer. And then if it's too early, I think it could be too grassy. But these here smell exactly like a IPA would. So I think we're on track, even with them being a little smaller in this one. So I think they're all probably ready. So I'm gonna touch that front one, but the front one's actually, looks just as good as the middle one did, just a little shorter. We're only about, I would say, 9 or 10 days away from frost too, so I was really hoping these were going to be ready. So that's sweet that they are. Man, they smell good. They're looking all right. Not a whole ton of them, but all right. So this is the front one. I've got a crazy amount of traffic for this old highway. Like we're in farmland here. You can see, well, you can see behind us cornfields and everything everywhere. But it's an old highway that goes through here, and there was a hot air balloon festival up this way anyways, and everybody's leaving it, so it's the end of the big event. So that's what's going on behind me. Anyways, this one here, there's lots on this one. This is actually loaded with them, so they're a little smaller in the middle one, but we'll see if they're good. It's got like that papery sound. Yeah, they're good. Cool. You don't even have to open these. You can just smell it. It got me craving an IPA. Not sure if you can tell, but there's about a half a dozen deer watching me out in the back field. Well, it's not a whole lot, but there we are. So now that I got that all figure out a method here I'm going to do for drying these out, and we'll go from there. Now I have them drying out here. So I don't have a whole lot, as you can see. This was just off the first batch this year. So like the first year's slow, second year's better, and then the third year's the best. So trying it out anyway. I'm going to store them at least, and probably try it out maybe in the winter or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe I'll try it out right away. It's kind of I'm really enjoying the process, so we'll see. So just get them laid out here. Got the fan on there, and it should only take like a day. So I'll check it a day and move them around a bit just to make sure they're drying out and go from there. So we'll see how all that goes. Check back next one. I'll see how they turn out and show you. We'll get them stored up, vacuum sealed and all that.